Welcome to Relate with Miss Lisa and Ruben. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Lisa and Mr. Ruben. Alrighty then, let's just do it. Take a listen to episode 7 of season 5. We're calling it Silent Suffering. Listen to this relatable, transparent segment of Miss Lisa and Ruben.
Okay, Dragon, what's the question?
What is the most important thing in a relationship?
I feel like it's honesty and loyalty. Honesty and loyalty. If I can't trust you, we can't have a relationship.
But who is the most important?
The woman. But I feel like they both important. I feel like they both should be equal. But you know,
No,
it's
for you, who is the most important?
I mean, myself.
You or him?
Myself.
Why?
But
Why?
because I'm the woman, you know.
Huh?
As a man, you know, I'm gonna think about him
That's
too.
no reason, because for me, I'm supposed to be, you know why? Because if your relationship doesn't add any value to your life, it's not good.
That is true.
So he has to add some value for you.
That is
Your
true.
life cannot be your relationship, right?
That is true.
So
And if you don't love yourself,
if you don't get any value for yourself, you know, you're not gonna have a successful relationship. You're gonna live for someone who can be an idiot, whatever.
that is true.
But
That's
if-
why you can't depend on
If
people.
someone puts some value in your life, makes you better, make you feel better, and you do the same thing to the other person, then you can. Right, Mr. Ruben?
That's right.
That's right.
That's Mr. Dragon.
Now, you just said in the 70s and 80s, women just suffered in silence.
Well, I mean, before what I meant was the reverse of that was that it wasn't really until that time that women started to come out about that. I mean, women have been suffering in silence since probably the beginning of time.
Yeah, I just remember earlier podcast you and I did. I mentioned that. You say, well, when did that happen? Because I talked about the clean up woman and all.
Yeah.
And you're like, when did that happen? I'm like, I grew up, that's what was happening. You know, so women aren't suffering in silence anymore.
Right, not anymore. But that wasn't always the way.
Right. When I grew up, that's what I saw. That a lot of women suffering in silence, but they don't do it anymore.
Like I said, that was the model I saw. All the men in my family, and their wives and girlfriends.
It was a model I saw too. Can't say I saw anything different.
You know, we start to think that that's normal because that's all we saw. Well, mama did it, granddaddy did it, great granddaddy did it, so must be okay. That's what I'm supposed to do too.
No. That's why I said what Dragon said was so poignant. You know, it's and he gave his little, I think it wasn't even a minute, like 45-second comment, and you could tell it hit. The whole room got quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then he came, turned back to me. Am I right, Mr. Ruben? I said, you're right, Dragon. So it's like two grandfathers in the room talking to the granddaughters. Well, whatever helps.
Yeah, that's it.
The fact that they're running from abusive relationships where you change a whole state. You move from one state to another state, not even a neighboring state. So how do two people like you and I survive with all this mass shooting, all this family hate, all this other? How do a couple survive doing?
Keep your eyes focused on Yahweh. Because He is I am. So He is everything that we need. Desire, want. That's how. That's why you got to have someone who will pray for you, someone who will pray over you, someone who will pray with you to stay grounded. And then you don't have to worry about the battles because God says the battles are His. So I stopped worrying about the battles with my daughter, my granddaughter, because I pray. And He says if we pray, then He hears our prayer and He will answer us. You know, maybe not in the way we're expecting, but He will answer us. He's the God of restoration. So, you know, and then I keep moving forward. What he put in my heart. I mean, just like he said, he'll give you beauty for ashes. So he already knows all the pain, past, present, and future. But he still says he'll give us beauty for those ashes, no matter what the ashes are. So that is what I go back to. Times you have to encourage yourself in the word. And even God says you can remind him of his word. So that's the place I go back to. Lord, you said you would give me beauty for ashes and the oil of joy for mourning. So I still have to give him all that pain, all that grief, all that whatever it is. Because that is the past. And the past should be left in the past. Not to say that you forget. We never forget.
Never.
You don't have to keep reliving it
Right.
in the present.
Mm-hmm.
So I am trying to experience his goodness today. And tomorrow I will be trying to experience his goodness today in that tomorrow. So every day, that's my prayer. Oh, Lord, thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your goodness that I'll experience today. Put that hedge of protection around my 8 kids and move on. My family, my home, my car, you. Get the day started.
Join us again for another transparent, exciting, and opinionated episode of Relate with Miss Lisa and Ruben. Okay, family, happy dating. And what did he say? Date? Happy?